whispering in the trees. It's two sailors and they're only pipes and...
Hammond Fire Department Chief Inspector Kevin McGrath said reports show the 911 call was made at 2:40 a.m. Now that's some quick moving. Who's this quote from? Oh, this quote is from Margraf. It appears at this point to have originated possibly in a garage can that was next to the garage in the alley. The fire continued to climb along the foliage on the garage and spread to the wooded soffits. Margraf said, at this point it's still a question mark as to what the ignition source is. He said the fire does not appear to be suspicious. Though, now this is me talking, I'm not familiar with too many fires that just start by themselves. I have heard of spontaneous combustion. It's been lamented for many years amongst arson lore that must have been spontaneous combustion. But I don't know how many actual fires have been attributed to spontaneous combustion, though I'm sure there are some. There must be. I heard it on the radio. Let me read that line once again. At this point, it's still a question mark as to what the ignition source is. He said the fire does not appear suspicious. That would have been a good time for that if we had it. McDermott said he woke up when he heard crackling. Wait a second. I want to get this right because this is the Grande Piece Resistance. McDermott said he woke up when he heard a crackling noise outside his window. Period. He looked outside. Hark. And saw the neighbor's garage was engulfed in flames. Oh, my God. What am I going to do? I'm going to call her right now. No, I'm going to call her right now. Honey! Give me the phone. And my cape. It was the biggest fire I've ever seen, McDermott said. All right, so that's the whole story there. I do like the way I read a story. I can read a story. I can read one hell of a story. I'm not lying. It's in the newspaper. It's got to be true. I want to go back to this last paragraph here. McDermott said he woke up when he heard a crackling noise outside his window. Now, this is Superman, mind you. Must have super hearing. I'm thinking maybe there was a cricket crawling around in his brain. He looked outside and saw the neighbor's garage engulfed in flames. That's after he heard a crackling noise. Now, I'm very serious about this. And if there's a fireman out there, I would really, even a retired fire chief, if there's one of those out there, I don't know how many we have around here, but I heard there's some. Even because he would have to be an expert on this. He would have to be. Maybe he'll verify this or not. I don't know. It's Mike from the, you want to identify yourself?
Yeah, that's no problem. How you doing, Preach?
Hi, Mike Hall from the Hammond Fire Department. How are you? You've been trained, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Am I wrong? Are you going to smell fire before you hear it?
Well, there's cases where you can hear it. I don't know if you got to see or if there was any pictures released or anything about this garage fire, but it was completely charred. I don't want to comment too much about the fire itself, but I mean, it's not uncommon to hear, loud pops. The crackling sound.
Oh, wait a second, Mike, hold on. Let me interrupt you there because we're almost out of time. And I thank you so much for calling. I agree there could be some loud pops, but when would most loud pops occur? When the fire is just starting or after it's burning pretty doggone good?
Oh, usually after it's burning for a while.
Okay, after it's burning, wait a second. After it's burning for a while, pretty doggone good. But even when a fire first starts, don't you get a little smoke?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Go ahead.
There's something particular about this garage, though. This garage was covered in ivy, and I don't know if you've burned leaves before. I'm sure living in Hammond, you probably haven't. Of course, none of us have.
Right, it's against the law.
Right, of course. But if you burn anything that's green, a lot of times you'll hear some pretty loud crackling or pretty loud pops.
And you know what else, Mike? You know what else happens when I burn something green?
What's that?
You get a lot of smoke.
Absolutely.
A lot of smoke when you burn something green.
Yep.
10-4.
Yeah, it was a pretty unfortunate accident. They're very nice people that live there. And it did a lot of destruction.
They would have to be pretty nice people because they're living next door to Superman, and Superman wouldn't tolerate anything but really nice people.
Well, I would think so. I would definitely think so.
Mike, we're out of time, man. Maybe
all right, man. We appreciate it, Preach.
No problem. Hang in there, and thank you so much for verifying exactly what I said.